Hello and welcome to a different kind of video. I wanted to make this video for a long time, but couldn't make it, or rather waited for some time to have more in my collection. So today's video is going to be about Indian graphic novels. They're not the traditional comic books, they are independent graphic novels for a more mature reader. So I'll just start showing you. I will keep it short, so I won't be going into details into all of them. So the first one in the list is called Suit, and it's written and illustrated by Samarth. The size is pretty small, it's almost like a mini comics, and I'll just show you some quick pages. It's a nice story. The artwork is pretty manga inspired, but it's amazing, and the story is good too. It's about the sewage workers working in Mumbai, and it's something about their life. It's a bit of futuristic as well, but end of the day the problem remains the same. It's something on those lines. So I'm starting with the shortened ones. I won't exactly call it graphic novel because it's only like some 58 pages, so I'm starting with the one shots. So this is one of them. The next one is called Piano. It's by Nandita Basu. Another one I really loved reading. It's for young adults. A child can read it, and so can an adult. It's written and drawn by Nandita Basu. And yeah, it's another great story. It's about the story of piano and how the piano travels from World War to a place in Kolkata. That's basically the story. Amazing read once again. The next one is called Chhotu. It's by Varat Gupta and Ayushi Rastogi, and it's a kind of fictional tale during Partition, and humans are portrayed over here as animals. And there's quite a lot of philosophy, metaphors. It shows the partition, politics, and all that. So yeah, the artwork is indifferent. It's not traditional. But again, I love the book. If only the ending was a bit better, then I would have absolutely loved this book. But still, it's worth reading. Indian graphic novel. The next one is called Corridor, which until now was the first Indian graphic novel, because prior to that, Arijit Sen's River of Stories was presumably the first Indian graphic novel, but which was not available anywhere. So till quite a period of time, Corridor was the first graphic novel by Shana Banerjee, and he has this is pretty weird story. And as you can see, the artwork is it's I don't know how to define this story. It's weird, and it's definitely not everyone's cup of tea. I loved it. I think if I give it another read, I'll there are a few points that I want to go through it again. So yeah, here's a glimpse of the artwork. Okay, moving on. This is The Real Mr. Barkotoki by Shishir Basumatari, written and illustrated. This is one of my recent purchases, and I haven't read it yet. It's kind of a biopic, so it's based on this author, Assamese author, and that's one of the reasons I belong from Assam, and I just wanted to know a bit more about it. So yeah, that's I just forgot the name of the writer, who is the center of. Anyways, I'll maybe discuss it when I read it or do something. So this is the artwork. Again, it's indifferent, it's original, and it's not derivative. So this is The Real Mr. Barkotoki. The next one is Way of the Warrior. I have posted an unpacking video, so you can check more on that. The artwork is by Vinay Ramania, who unfortunately passed away a month or two ago. The story is by Saurav Mahapatra, and here's the artwork. Moving on, I haven't read this one, so I can't tell you like whether how is it. So maybe I'll do it in future. The next one again is one of my recent purchases, and it's called The Hotel at the End of the World by Parishmita Singh. She's from Manipur, and this is published by Penguin. And yeah, the paper quality is newspaper print, and this is the artwork. Again, I haven't read it, and I can't tell you exactly for sure what the story is about, but I heard a lot about it. I read somewhere that it's kind of inspired from Sandman or something. I don't know how much of it is true, but yeah, this is Hotel at the End of the World, Parishmita Singh. All these are available on Amazon or other platforms as well online. The next one is Still Life by Anushka Khan. I don't know whether I should call it a graphic novel, but it's more of an illustrated novel rather than a graphic novel. If you know the difference, then you know what I mean. So yeah, this is how it looks like inside. So yeah, it's pretty dark, and this bit of painting and all kind of different artwork style. Again, haven't had a chance to read it, so I'll be doing it, and I'll share my views on this. The next one is Munnu, a boy from Kashmir. I kind of like this a lot, but it's pretty controversial. It was banned in India for quite a lot of time, obviously, as the title suggests. So it is kind of a biopic about the author Malik Sajjad. He's from Kashmir, and it is like a chronicle of his life. Like there are different chapters of his life, so it kind of shows from a Kashmiri's point of view, like what are the atrocities or what are the things they have to go through. It's very political. It's not anti-Indian, I would say. It's rather the opinion of a Kashmiri who is in between both the governments, if you know what I mean. And yeah, the Kashmiris are portrayed as this deer, which is now slowly, which is I think extinct. So if you know Joe Sacco, or if you have read those journalistic graphic novel, it is on those lines. I'll do a review of this someday. I'll do a rereading of it, and yeah, but you got to have an open mind if you want to read this. Otherwise, stay away from it, because you're only going to feel offended. If you like it, if you want to know the other side of the picture, go for it. I would suggest. Otherwise, stay away from it. Moving on, the next one is Delhi Kam by Bishwajyoti Ghosh. Again, it's not an easy read, and I don't think I was able to grasp everything in a single read, and might have to go through it again. But I liked it. I liked it a lot, because it talks about the period of emergency that was imposed by our Prime Minister at that point of time, and without taking names, you know. Yeah, it's pretty smart actually. The writing is smart. As you can see, the artwork, it's again, if you're a traditional comic book reader, then I don't think this artwork is going to attract you. But if you like art, then yeah, then there is it again. It's kind of a must read, I would say. And the next one is one of my favorite Indian graphic novels. It's called Vyasa. I'm pretty sure you've heard a lot about it, and there's no doubt about it. It's just amazing. It's an amazing read, and I highly recommend it. I think I talked about it in one of my other videos. You know, if I get time, I'll do a review about it someday. And this is the much awaited sequel which came out earlier this year, and as you can see, the book is now bigger than the earlier edition, and it's the same creators, Shivaji Bandyopadhyay and Shankar Banerjee. They're written, and I'll show you some inside pages. The artwork is more or less same. I love his artwork. This is amazing, you know. This is, I don't know about other people's opinion, but I just love this artwork of Shankar Banerjee, who I think it's now doing pretty well. He is working on some European projects. If you follow him on Instagram, you'll get to know about it. Moving on is Anthology of Graphic Narratives, Longform. It's basically a compilation of different stories by different artists and storytellers. So there's an interview by Sandeep Ray. If you know Sandeep Ray, he's the son of Satyajit Ray, and I think he is one of the editors of something, I don't know, but you know, different art styles, different writers. So these are the different stories inside it. There's a second volume that has come out this year. I'm yet to get my hands on this, and I haven't read it yet, so I'm waiting for it to read it first and then go on to the next edition. Next one is Sudershan Chimpanzee. It's written by Rajesh Devraj, and Miran Inchan is the illustrator. Rajesh Devraj has written Bollywood films like Gold, and I'm forgetting the other ones. This is one of my favorite Indian graphic novels. You know, it's a must read. There's so much humor, and especially like if you work in the film industry, then you get to relate to a lot of things that I was able to, and yeah, it's just too good. It's too funny, too good. And here's the art style. I love the art style as well. And second last actually is the Alcazar. I don't know why I haven't made a video about this. I was so fortunate to attend the book launch by Simon Amour. He's a French graphic novelist. He came to Bombay for the book launch, and I was there. I got to interact with him, spoke about this graphic novel, the entire process and everything. I won't go into the detail because I'm going to make a video about this, and I'll show you something. It was nice to draw a picture of me, and this is me. This is how I more or less look like, and this is the graphic novel. It's based on the immigrant workers who built the big buildings in Bangalore, and it's about this immigrant workers' life, how they live in those construction sites, how their life is and how they move on, the challenges they face. It's an amazing human story. It's a must read, and Simon's artwork is excellent. I just love it, and the best part is, he explained the process. All these pages were drawn 3 times, and then they are overlapped to have this color palette. So everything is hand drawn, it's not digital, and the plates were superimposed above each other to get this final palette. I think there are the 3 colors, and this one's again an amazing read and a must buy. The Alcazar, and finally this is Chandrahasam. It's a graphic novel published from Chennai. I recently posted the unpacking video of it, so you can see a bit more about it. is this amazing bookmark that I have. I'll just show you some quick pages of it. This is more like a traditional comic book artwork as opposed to the other ones that I've shown you on the list. I haven't read this one yet. It's just one of my recent purchases, and yeah, so that's pretty much it for this video, and all the graphic novels that I have, Indian graphic novels. I see a lot of people usually don't talk about Indian graphic novels. I don't know why, because there is a lack of interest in the medium, and there are a lot of wonderful people who are working on this field, and I don't know, I just thought of making a video to I haven't seen a lot of videos. In fact, there's hardly any video that covers the Indian graphic novel scene, and I felt I should just show you the ones that I have been able to collect in the last couple of years. I'll be collecting more in the future, reading more, and try to tell you more about them. But in this video, that's pretty much I'm going to cover. So if you love this book, these are available, still available. Some of them are, you can check it online. Until then, thank you for watching this video. Take care. Bye bye.